at 11. Today, several counties in central Georgia saw severe thunderstorms. Just ahead, a look at why there may be a new threat for the weekend. Plus, the search for two missing Georgia teens who may have drowned in a creek suspended for the night. Details on what happened as the search enters its third day. 13 WMAZ News at 11 starts now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin with a check of your weather tonight from meteorologist Hunter Williams.
Well, it was another active afternoon of weather across central Georgia. We had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, though, much quieter scene. However, tomorrow afternoon, we're right back in that pattern with a few strong to severe storms possible.
Authorities have ended their second day of searching for two teenagers who are presumed to have drowned after falling into an Oconee County creek. Day 3 of the search will continue tomorrow morning. Authorities say an 18-year-old was standing on a dam when he either jumped or fell into the water just before 4 p.m. on Friday. Police say another 18-year-old man dove in to help him, and neither of them resurfaced. Several witnesses attempted to rescue both of the teens, but were unsuccessful due to high water levels in a swift current. A Georgia high school former teacher of the year is accused of sexually assaulting 3 female students on campus. The Cobb County Sheriff's Department says Spencer Herron was arrested Friday on 3 felony charges of sexual assault by a teacher. The Marietta Daily Journal says charges were brought against Herron by 3 students or former students. In one case, Herron was accused of raping the victim multiple times between January and May of 2017. News reports say Herron taught video production at Kell High School, where he was named Teacher of the Year in 2016. And today is National Gun Violence Awareness Day, and thousands of people marched in several cities across the United States protesting gun violence. Gun reform advocates wore orange as a way to honor victims of gun violence. Statistics show that about 96 people die from gun violence each day in the U.S. The group said the 3 issues they're pushing for are universal background checks, an assault weapons ban, and mental health checks. In Puerto Rico, hundreds of pairs of shoes were lined up to honor the deceased after last year's Hurricane Maria. The display comes after a new Harvard study was published this week, saying the official death toll is not 64 like the Puerto Rican government suggests, but rather at least 4,600 people. We have an update to some breaking news that we told you about earlier in the newscast. According to Warner Robins Police Assistant Chief John Wagner, 1 person has died after a shooting at Barbaritos in Warner Robins. Another person was injured. Wagner says they do not have a suspect in custody and they are actively searching for one.
I'm praying for him. So, but I know Christian went to heaven because he got baptized like a month and a half ago. So I know that he's in a better place.
The community reacts to a tragic day at High Falls State Park in Monroe County. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 6. I'm Frank Malloy reporting live at High Falls State Park. It was a day in which kids were out of school. It's fall break, and 2 brothers, 17-year-old James Burdett and 12-year-old Christian Burdett, came to High Falls State Park for a little bit of adventure. But the day quickly turned deadly. 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News reporter Zach Merchant spent the day up here. We join him now live with more on what happened.
Now at 11.
Fortunately, DNR is on scene with side scan sonar, and right now they're doing a grid pattern search through the lake to the last known location of the victim.
A man missing in Lake Blackshear after his kayak flips. The latest on the search after multiple agencies spent the day scouring the lake. Plus, in less than a month, Georgia will be a hands-free while driving state. But does that apply to all devices? We'll take a look at some of the technology you can still use. And is Target offering free gift cards? That's what one Facebook post claims. We verify if this post is a bullseye or if it misses the mark. 13 WMAZ News at 11 starts now. A developing story out of Crisp County tonight, where the search continues for a man missing in Lake Blackshear. Crisp County Sheriff Billy Hancock says around 4:45 this afternoon, a witness saw a man's kayak capsize and he didn't return to the surface. That's when they called 911. The Department of Natural Resources and a dive team, along with the sheriff's deputies and fire rescue, were on scene this afternoon. John Scherer, a firefighter for Crisp County, says the man was not wearing a life jacket. Scherer wants to remind people that life jackets could save you in a dire situation.
Our top story tonight, Central Georgia fans grieving tonight after learning that rock legend Greg Allman has died. According to his publicist Ken Weinstein, Allman, who was the organist and singer for the Allman Brothers Band, died at his home in Savannah. He and his older brother Dwayne formed the nucleus of the Allman Brothers Band. He's known for writing many hit songs, including Melissa, Whipping Post, and Midnight Rider. Born in Nashville, Tennessee, Allman was raised in Florida by a single mother after his father was shot to death. After years of substance abuse, Allman contracted hepatitis C and underwent a liver transplant in 2010. Allman had canceled some of his 2016 tour dates for health reasons, but in March of 2017, he canceled performances for the rest of the year. He was 69. Over at the Big House Museum, they're preparing for large crowds tomorrow in the wake of Greg Allman's death. In 1970, the Big House on Vineville Avenue in Macon became the house where members of the Allman Brothers, their roadies, friends, and families all lived until about 1973. It became a landmark for the Macon community as a place to remember the success of the band's career. Marketing director for the museum, Maggie Johnson, says the Allman Brothers Band had a lasting impact on this community.
They really helped revive this city and turn it into the music mecca that it was known for, and that's it's becoming again. So there's really no way to describe how much of an impact the Allman Brothers made on the Macon community.
And tonight, many across Central Georgia are sharing their thoughts of the iconic performer on our Facebook page. Sarah Marie says, "A part of my childhood died today. I'm glad his music lives on so that I can show the joy their music brought to their mama and have them carry the ABB legacy." Bill Worthington shows his respects by saying, "Don't let him catch a Midnight Rider. Rock in peace, Greg." Thank you for joining us. I'm Joby Peoples. The music world is singing a somber tune this weekend after the death of Greg Allman. The Allman Brothers Band influenced music across the country, but it all started right here in Central Georgia. Mary Gray Shaw sat down with members of the Warner Robins band Stillwater, who say the Allman Brothers opened up the door for them.
Here we go. Carl, don't keep me wondering. When they came along, they opened a humongous door for bands being from the South.
The band that many say introduced the world to Southern rock.
And they kind of had a little bit of everything. They had soul, R&B, you know, rock and roll. It was like I say, it was different.
In the late 60s, Greg Allman, his brother Dwayne, and 4 others came together to form the Allman Brothers, a band that Mike Causey says changed the world of music.
Whatever he played was it's like somebody you speak to that says something. They don't say a whole lot, but when they speak, you want to hear what they said.
It was Greg's voice and the music behind it that Causey says shaped his band Stillwater.
I wouldn't have had the opportunity to play guitar.